Officials confirmed one of the 3 people shot and killed was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends, where a total of 6 people were.
Devin Bennett, best known by his stage name, King Woghill, is one of them.
Yo, you better watch out.
Vanny's father has provided some horrifying new evidence that Lil Durk was the one who backed King Von, and recognized that, despite appearances, this new evidence is completely consistent.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? This was his exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers. That'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before.
Following that, academics would ask Vonnie's father why Lil Durk wanted King Von taken out.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me get this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
dude was
thing.
A select. He was signing the boys. He was Von wasn't no select.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that. Which was
Man, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
Vonnie's dad leaking that Lil Durk had Van dealt with is really making me wonder why Lil Durk suddenly goes on IG Live when he is connected to somebody passing away. Read a widely circulated tweet at the time. Because he went live at the exact moment that King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck passed away. Many believe Lil Durk uses Instagram Live as a live-action alibi. Consequently, when the authorities ask him where he was when so-and-so died, he may simply say, "I was live on Instagram." Feel free to look over the documents. However, Vonnie's father is incensed that his son works for the federal government. It said Vanny's father reveals Vonnie allegedly orchestrated Lil Pab in King Von's passing, as now he is snitching on Lil Durk to clear his own name.
No, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches of paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and and with me saying Von, some people like, man, what, he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Pab, you orchestrated his, and guess who you work for?
Because he came from a place on the streets where spying on someone is acceptable. Vonnie's father didn't hold back at all. He has been behaving in this manner since last week, when the truth about everything and what the police found during their own investigation were revealed in the previously unreleased police records of King Von's death. Investigation, even. In these documents, the police are informed that King Von has been resurrected by a hospital nurse. King Von survived 2 surgeries, but was surprised when a nurse entered the room.
He made it to 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it to 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he went and he died because he went into shock. So he was basically through surgery. How hours later, Kayla know, talking about some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the hospital.
Bonnie's father claims that Durk was also involved, which makes it much more concerning because the police believe King Von was backdoored by one of his own. Things become much stranger from here. The police documents indicate that professional bodyguards were intended to defend King Von on this specific night. But during the argument, they all ran away and disappeared, which did King Von no favors.
Security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the f you let him walk over and fight? You ain't supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. That security guard is something fishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
These bodyguards belong to the F Corporation, since Lil Durk hires them all to defend members like King Von. The police even pieced together Quando Rondo's interrogation, which included his last words and much more, in which he revealed the truth about King Von's death. But before we can completely understand it, we need to look at the new police files regarding King Von's passing, as the details they offered sound absurd. King Von and his team got ready to go to a club in Atlanta for his album's release party on November 5th, 2020, they stated. Who knew it would be so short? It was supposed to be a grand celebration of King Von's life and achievements. Enemies of King Von were many. Having grown up in a dangerous neighborhood like O Block, he was aware of the risks associated with public exposure. Consequently, Van's group of 25 individuals spread among 8 SUVs reached the club and joined in the festivities. Van's management, 100K Track, even talked about the extreme security measures Van put in place.
I travel with one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. We're like, I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
Night, something would be different. King Von would lose his mind and put his life in danger. But in the meantime, the party was going great. As they celebrated the success of King Von's CD, everyone was having a great time. But it did occur at exactly 2 a.m., where everything was different. King Von and his group began to exit the club to stay the night at the hotels and Airbnbs. But King Von would sit in his Escalade for 20 minutes or so, texting back and forth with someone, glued to his cell phone.
Mine leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for it. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Von decision.
Everyone on the team would begin heading to Airbnb. Eventually, however, King Von would give his driver the unexpected order to go to another establishment, the Monaco Lounge. This decision would be the first of several that would finally result in King Von's demise. But it also identifies the individual.
Everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Von literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, you know we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that.
People in King Von's truck, somehow, only told the other members of the team that the plans had changed once they arrived at the new club. As soon as the other team members found out, they instantly got back in their SUVs and drove to the new club. As soon as King Von landed in Monaco, his manager knew something was amiss. He wasn't acting like the upbeat person he usually was. Instead, he sat quietly in the back seat of his Escalade, absorbed in his iPhone. When they arrived at the club, Van's crew was ready to walk inside. However, Von sat in his Escalade for 30
For some reason, Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30, 35 minutes.
100K Track would enter the Escalade to check on him. Van finally agreed to go into the lounge. Now, however, it seemed strange. Club rules in Monaco required Van's team to leave their firearms in their vehicles. So they would send the security guard inside first to check the club and make sure everything was safe till they found.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
Security would look around. Everything was safe, but Quando Rondo and several of his own colleagues were in their car trying to sleep, so the real danger was just waiting in the parking lot. Eventually, the parking lot would be searched by one of Van's security personnel. When he saw Quando Rondo, he would run up to King Von, tap on his glass, and ask, "Did you know Quando Rondo was here?" King Von would put his phone in his pocket, jump out of his Escalade, and get ready to crash.
Right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, "Hey, so-and-so's here." And Von just jumped up like, "Oh, come on, let's go."
Without hesitation, King Von sprang from his Escalade and tried to confront Quando. Von persisted even after his colleagues tried to calm him down and stop him from causing a commotion. Van went around the front end of the white car.
Jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
Wando's best friend, Lil Tim, would come out of the back of the white car a few seconds into the fight, pointing his gun at King Von. This was going to affect Von on multiple body parts, but it also affected King Von's manager once. Some of the people in Van's group were still strapped. They immediately retaliated against Lil Tim, bringing him down within a few feet. It's important to remember that the police found that the only people who used guns were King Von's actual street pals, not the paid security officers. Von's security was seen fleeing and hiding behind a bush, while Von's real-life street friends were trying to rescue his life. Due to the noisy eclipse that was taking place nearby, 2 off-duty officers were manning security just down the street. Then an on-duty police officer came from the opposite direction. Using their walkie-talkies, they counted down from 3, before firing a number of shots into the area to try to halt everyone from continuing their activities. Regretfully, this had an effect on one of King Van's closest allies. But at this point, Von and Quando were still in the middle of the road. Before fleeing the scene, Quando may have tried to seize Van's chain, according to online rumors. However, the police did agree with 100K Track that Von was utilizing Quando as a shield. In the revised file, they mentioned that Von was using Quando Rondo to shield himself from the noise of...
Was he trying to take Von's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think B-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong. Like, he was literally holding him.
As soon as the danger subsided and everyone ceased shooting, the race to save King Von's life started. In the middle of the road, his best friend Moo pushed Quando away from Von, picked up King Von, and led him to the getaway vehicle. Wando then fled the scene with his group, which included Lil Tim. They got into the white car and drove to the hospital. Despite being struck 4 times, King Von maintained consciousness during the trip. He was trying to keep everyone pleased, according to the individuals in the car with him, and they promised them that
he was in the car. I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him, was panicking, and Vaughn was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get him to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine.
When King Von arrived at the hospital, he would be rushed into the operating room, where he would survive 2 surgeries before dying tragically when a nurse astonished him while looking for his revolver. But this is where the strangeness begins. The cops found an interview from the original 2 years ago. Bowie rapped. The fact that King Von survived his operations and was subsequently surprised by the nurse was never disclosed. But Bowie already knew and would later reveal that Von never had a pistol, which is why he couldn't find it.
Like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like, there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if you have real security,
all of them is supposed to blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over
bro.
everyone right now.
That f*** me up, bro. Because I like King Von.
King Von's passing would then quickly become
made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange of...
Being conscious of the individuals who would eventually interview Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim and share information.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Even the criminal who had committed the crime against King Von, Lil Tim, would come.
Like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f***ing shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Lil Tim would be the only one to survive his injuries while in the hospital. He was arrested and charged with the murder after doing what he did to King Von the following day. He would later appear before multiple bond hearings, but his request was denied. In 2021, he did receive a $100,000 bond. Nevertheless, later on, the charges were dropped. But this is where everything starts to get weird. In 2023, his lawyer shared it. After the case against Mr. Leaks, also known as Lil Tim, was dropped before he was ever charged, Oblak and Van's best friend, Lil Durk, knew they needed to do something. They wouldn't just forgive him for what he had done. So, in the next months, we would hear about a big...
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
Consequently, Lab, one of Quando's closest friends, was removed during it. And the television footage showed Quando's realization that he would experience the same suffering.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Lil Durk would take credit for the hit. Regarding his diss track, he would croon the phrases, "They like Durk. He's a singer. He won't do some. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit." The next song he would release was Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, in which he rapped the line, "Watch the TV and see your son screaming. No."
This man,
where Lil Durk would be imprisoned as a result of the retaliation. As with the publicly available evidence file, We know who sneaked Lil Durk out. But in the end, it really leaves you wondering about Durk's position. Writing the new Lil Ted body cam footage of him due to the pleading to snitch against Durk and F members. This case has changed. The large number of documents Lil Durk's lawyers submitted with their bond petition raised the question of what Lil Ted said to the federal government. And just who is Lil Ted? Well, Lil Ted is also known as FD's younger brother. This is Durk's main man, along with Vonnie. If Durk has any street-related tasks to complete, he goes to DD and Vonnie. Authorities arrested Lil Ted at a nearby convenience store after finding a pistol.
Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
We are now at the police station after Ted was driven there. In tears, he told the policeman, "I swear I'll tell y'all about the passings," before he had even gone inside. I wished I could avoid jail time, but it was too late.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Luke sobbed hysterically as he was placed in his waiting cell because all he wanted was to turn on the gang members he knew had committed crimes so he could go back.
You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man? We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright? We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Since DDE is Vannie's older brother, they are both associated with him. Vonnie might as well snitch now that Lil Ted is doing it. He did precisely that, which caused Vonnie's father to turn against him. This sparked a series of events where everyone turned on one another. Do you believe Vonnie's father's accusation? That Lil Durk was behind King Von's hit is true. What are your thoughts? Comment in the space provided below.